Welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time visiting. My name's Tina Hurley, and I'm the founder and CEO of Less Leg, More Heart. We're a 501c3 charity that helps amputees in the United States improve their quality of life through, I think, a pretty sophisticated intake that assesses psychosocial and socioeconomic barriers and challenges, and then meets those needs by way of provision of support, supplies, or services that really do enhance their quality of life during the journey, which is otherwise really challenging. In this journey, I've been able to find incredible people and connect with incredible companies that make stuff that you should know about, and that certainly amputees need to know about, but that also could be relevant to the general community. And you guys are our eyes and our ears. You're the ones out there meeting people, seeing people, and possibly connecting other amputees to us that we may not have met through our circles. So knowing these things is really good, and also knowing that these things are coming from sources that aren't just good products, but like good humans at the helm, for me, is the most important piece. We can give tons of money to businesses, but giving money to businesses that are really making a difference from good people that are looking to further better the welfare and community, for me, is really where it's at. So I have one of those guys today. I have a really incredible guest today, and he is the inventor of a product that I want to share more about. But James, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Tina. This is amazing. I'm so excited to be here. I'm here with Amoya. Amoya and I are co-inventors, co-partners. She's the operations officer for Liquid Limbs, and we built this thing. It's called the Navigator. I'm sure we're going to talk all about it, but we're here actually really to learn more about you and your amazing organization, Less Leg, More Heart, and how we can work together. So I'm really excited to be here.
Now I'll tell you guys, the world's wild, right? Like the universal energy, God, karma, who knows what it is? I'm not here to debate that. But the way things happen and the times that things come into your life and the like random order of the things that would have needed to occur to make it happen is like baffling, right? So I don't even know, like we connected because a friend of mine you had reached out to try the prototype, and she lives across the country, and she reached out to me like, did you know these guys because they're making this cool thing? And I said no, and then looked into it. In fact, it is really cool. She loved it, and then I contacted you like this humble nonprofit founder.
Look, our minds, we are constantly thinking about this and magnetizing, this energy that you're talking about. I totally believe that. Like, we are working on this thing. You're working on that thing. Like, we were destined to find each other at some point. And so Angela actually is one of the 4 people we have right now that are product testing this. They're doing a 4-week test on this device. And so the fact that you knew her, like that was just, how could we expect that?
And I knew her from when I lived in Texas several years ago, pre-pandemic, happened to be at the same process as her. I mean, it's wild.
Right. So right now, she's testing the device. It's something really important that we're getting feedback from the amputee community on it. It's something like, Amoya and I are not amputees, and so that's something since the beginning.
Are you sure?
Can you please check? It's something since the beginning has been really vital to this design. We've been talking to people with amputations since the beginning. That was one of the first things we did. We went on Instagram, actually on #amputee, and just started messaging people that had lower limb amputations.
I didn't get a message.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't find you at that point.
It's like all your pictures were with a child, so.
I don't know. I was just going down the hashtag, messaging the community, and they reached back, and we did interviews with people and just asked them questions. How do you stand in the shower? How do you go to the pool? How do you go to the beach? And just learning kind of the limitations some of these prosthetic devices have with water. So that was our main goal in the beginning. And since then, we've really honed in on a solution for the shower. Is something that we've been just working on for over 2 years now on this design. And
it's so incredible. I will tell you, and so amputees are split. Mm-hmm. There's those of us that, and amputees, feel free to comment here if you don't agree, but there's the amputees that are absolutely resistant to a shower chair and will risk themselves and their safety to stand on one leg, hop on one leg, put their knee on a little, bench thing in their shower, but like the concept of sitting is like a giving up thing. Like it's an identifying with that disability. When you're naked and there's nothing else to distract you in that shower, all you see is the fact that you're not standing, and you can't be that person you were. And it's a big barrier for people, and falls in the shower, falls in the bathroom are of particular risk. As a clinician that treated this demographic, that was like one of the leading reasons for reamputation and residual limb reconstructions was falls because of trying to do things on one limb. And then there's the other side of things where there's those of us that have just sort of accepted that our circumstances are safer to be seated. I have a condition in my other leg that makes it hard for me to balance. Balancing is provocative for my condition, and so I've had to sit. But it was a really big grieving process for me. And not only was it a humbling thing that I still from time to time have challenges with, but it also isn't the most effective way for me to optimize my time. I have to get in, I have to sit at the side of my toilet or sit on the bench while it's cold and dry in the shower, and then I have to turn, I have to take my limb off, I have to put it across the leg, which at half the time my liner falls on the floor, and then I have to sit on the thing and I have to pivot and I have to shut the thing and turn the water on, and then I'm doing my thing, and then the first thing I have to do is stand up to take care of my limb just so I can get to a place of safety to get myself out of the bathroom. It's a whole process. So a lot of people that don't have the same, and I'm a fairly fit, and I like to say that postpartum, I'm a fairly fit, young, I'll give myself all of that, person. For people that are the vasculopathic, comorbid, elderly, diabetic population of amputees, which is one of the highest predominances of us, they are very at risk of transfers like that, of limb and skin health issues, because you could go, well, what you could do is just keep your leg on that's not good for the water, and you gon' take the shower, I've done this before, you tuck in the shower liner, the curtain to your liner, and you just keep that leg out of the shower while you try to do the stuff. It's a real thing. I'll show you, this is real. And so people will do that. What you just have done is I can get in and out quick. It's like a normal shower for somebody. You get to get in, hose off, and you're out.
That was our biggest goal with
But I haven't cleaned my leg.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And this goal, not only in my eyes, and I'm sorry for the mic person, I have not seen something like this that would integrate the concept of patient safety, autonomy and independence around the home without the hassle, as small as it may seem to some people, to just I want to get up and go pee. I want to get up and grab a quick drink. I have to do a whole set of things just to get my leg on and wake up in the middle of the night. This is a convenient, safe way for people, and also hygienically. Now you're helping for those people that are resistant to that, they have a time constraint or they have a mental block about sitting in the thing to clean their limb, and they're doing the one leg thing, or they're keeping their leg on, or they do have a prosthetic that's water friendly but shouldn't really be in the shower with all those things. They're not cleaning their leg, and now they could have wounds or limb damage. All of that is being mitigated by what seems like, from the viewer, a fairly general construct.
I think you just covered
Yeah,
so many of the
gonna
points.
say. You said it all for
like
us.
getting in and out of the shower or something. Shower chairs don't really help you doing that task. Like cleaning your limb, I think that's kind of the big thing. Like as non-amputees, you don't really think about yes, you actually have to clean your leg in the shower, so you can't wear that prosthetic leg and clean your limb.
But you also have to clean your liner.
Right.
So some people will, you have to put all these puzzle pieces together.
Right.
So I sit on my toilet, I take off my leg, I take off my liner, I put my liner on the edge of my laundry basket, I pivot into the shower on one leg, not safe, I get in the shower, I shut the curtain enough where I can still reach the liner so I can wash my liner, use the towel that's hanging to dry that off so I can put that to the side, it's ready. Now I wash myself, do all the stuff, and then turn off the shower, pivot again, grab the liner, get that. I mean, it's like, aren't you tired even just considering that? Add to that amputees below the knee exert 30% more total energy expenditure because of the compensations that they make just to ambulate on a prosthetic. Now you're talking about maybe bilaterals, double below the knee, 30 and 30, it's summative, it's 60, or a single above the knee is 60, so cumulatively 120% more of energy they are needing a day to ambulate around, and now they have to expend more just trying to get themselves clean. So they either don't, and then they suffer all the adverse effects of lack of hygiene, or they try unsafely, and then they get hurt.
Our biggest thing was we wanted to give people back that sense of thoughtlessness when you take a shower. I know my shower routine is very big. I spend my time in there, I do my routine, but I don't think. I just go and do. And so I feel like a lot of people probably never thought about it. I said to you earlier, when we got this project at Senior Design, we said, like, how is this not invented? You said they're putting people on the moon, but you guys can't shower independently. So we wanted to give you back that independence. We wanted to give you that security, but we wanted to just give you back that sense of sanity in the shower, that I can just do my routine. I don't have to worry about these things, or 2 o'clock in the morning, you got to go to the bathroom, just grab it and go. Like, there's no, we wanted you to give back that independence and that sense of normalcy, I guess.
So exciting. I want to know, and I'm sure people are wondering, what are you two-leggers doing making something like this? Where did you meet? What was this thing that you're talking about that was a project? What kinds of things through that project have you gotten, or what challenges does this program or business have that the community might be able to help with, to help folks like myself gain entry to things like this? Tell us all about that.
So we met at Temple University. Was our senior design project. They had a list of projects that we could bid on.
What was the
essentially.
major?
I majored in biomechanical engineering with the concentration in bioengineering with concentration in biomechanics.
I'm a mechanical engineering. I transferred to Temple, actually. I was originally biomedical engineering at Penn State, and I had a long history with Lyme disease, so I actually was originally not into the prosthetics field. I was I wanted to engineer a cure for Lyme disease, is what I always said, and that was my plan, and didn't really work out. Had a lot of health issues. Actually led me to transfer where I could get treatment in Philadelphia, and so I transferred to Temple and switched into mechanical engineering. I did robotics, exoskeleton devices, so I got some background in these exoskeleton robots that help people walk better.
Wow.
And I became so passionate about this this kind of work that I could use my engineering skills to help people move around and have more functionality. Did an internship with a prosthetics company where I made these finger devices for
cool.
partial digit amputees, and I know Amoy did an internship with the prosthetics company as well. So we were kind of like in this space. And
I'm just so grateful that your school had those sites as even places for you to go.
Yeah.
Like, just that is such a win, being an amputee for 7 years, and so many people that have paved the way to even make those options be part of that curriculum is so wonderful.
MedEast Bionics they're a big prosthetics provider in our area, and so in the Philadelphia region, and so they actually had a location on Temple Ambler campus, and they sponsored our senior design project.
Yeah, they gave us the problem.
And so we got to like discuss with prosthetists while we were making this device, with amputees, and then that was like our biggest. When we just started the project, we realized, well, we're not amputees, we're a bunch of engineers. We had 2 other women engineers on our team, very, very smart. We had a power group, like really like the smartest engineers.
But no leggers or one-leggers.
No, that was the thing we were missing.
So that is where like we went on Instagram, actually, and we talked about that. But so from that project, and we throughout the project just kept talking with amputees, talking with prosthetists. We learned things, and before we designed anything, we talked to the community, and we learned things like that when people go and they travel and they go to a hotel, they can't really take their shower chair with them. So they now are sitting on the floor in these like dirty hotel bathrooms.
Or they provide you with a rickety chair that you're sitting on in the tub that the chair is too wide to sit in stably, and there's no actual handheld device to shower, so you're just getting rained on by that point. Pretty
Rained
cold
on,
water.
and they don't know how to get to the bathroom, and
So
they're gonna fall. So
one of the key features of this is that it is compactable. It can be taken apart, and it can go in your standard gym bag. Take it to the gym with you. When you go on vacation, take it to the hotel with you.
I think that's like all of
cool.
the things, like we've made it so you can wash your limb in the shower. Like it's an open socket. It's not a
95%
traditional
of the limb is
prosthetic
exposed.
leg.
What percent?
95.
Wow.
And basically, like all of these features that are on the device, they're not like just things we came up with. They're things that came because the community was asking
So
for them.
that device is a solution that's made up of several solutions to problems that independently have been put together.
Right, like the one thing is it's like the pee leg, right? Like you got to go pee in the middle of the night, and you don't want to put on your prosthetic leg. You can grab and go. The other thing is it's the shower leg. You can stand in the shower. And I can do a little demonstration
Before that,
if you want.
I do want the demonstration, but before that, you created this product through extensive collaboration with people that are on all sides of the amputee experience, amputees themselves, clinicians of amputees, prosthetists, that
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
thing, which is wild and so incredible. And then you won something, I think.
Oh,
a
that's
couple
been
things,
that's been. Can I give you the list?
Get it
'Cause,
out,
like,
yes.
we are
You know,
just
this is a
winners.
place
I
to
think
go-
I
we're
think
just
we have a
winners.
winning idea. That's number one. But so we won first place in our senior design competition
Nice.
out of our entire.
When was that?
That was
December of
2021.
Because it was newish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was December of 2021, and then I was like, we're not letting this die as a school project. Like I got Amoya. We did I did a Changemaker challenge the next semester. Like it was like an entrepreneurial competition at Temple. So I kind of went over to the business school, and I took this engineering project, and I went over there, and she graduated, and I had one more semester, so I got in there at the innovation center in the business school. Did a Changemaker challenge competition,
Yes.
first place in that. We won a second place award in the business competition,
Wow.
Be Your Own Boss Bowl. So now we're bringing in that was $1,000 here, $10,000 here, and then
the Lori Bush, which was for women entrepreneurs. So we won that one as
Wow.
well.
so that was
Wow.
another $10,000 from Temple,
Yeah.
and then
we participated in the Spark Bowl out of Delaware Valley.
Delaware Valley University
We
Spark
came in first
Bowl,
place there.
first
as
place
other
award.
teams. So
Who has the shelves
we
with all the
just
trophies?
I don't
share
know.
them. Get them every other Tuesday.
I don't know if it's been announced yet, but we just got another $5,000 grant from Bucks County, Bucks Built. So like we're just getting these recognition. The amount of recognition and awards and we've been on some like newspaper articles. We were just featured in Amplitude magazine.
Yes.
Like just people want this. It's so clear that this has to happen.
Yeah.
It should have already happened.
So
That's
we're
the thing.
And it
Exactly.
took
Yeah.
incredible people that
right.
you didn't just complete a project, you guys. You lit it on fire with passion.
Right.
Thank you.
And the amount of, and we just talked about this, I always say that the best interviews are before the interviews, right? The amount of negative outcomes that this thing can mitigate is not even measurable, because you can't measure how many people didn't fall.
Yeah.
You can't measure how many people had improved satisfaction scores for their quality of life because they were able to ambulate in their home at night rather than, suffering in bed with a full bladder, or, all these things.
Or wetting the bed, right?
Or going to going to the shower and your son is watching you, and rather than watching you sit to shower, which isn't a problem, those that do it, if that's safe for you, that's fine. But they see this capacity, and it increases your confidence and all of these other things that come from that they start to imprint on, and then it changes their life. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff that can come from making people safer, more confident, better equipped versions of themselves.
Yeah.
And so I want to know all about it. First of all, kudos to you guys for
Thank you.
caring enough to not just do the thing, but like care about it. And I know that you have a vision to change this into several different kind of iterations.
Yeah,
And
can I tell a little bit about the why before
yeah, of
before
course.
I get into that?
Yes.
I think like I talked about those interviews, right, with all those people on Instagram, and for me, one of those interviews, it was a 8-year-old kid, and him and his mom, and he was telling me this story when he goes to the water park, and he goes down the slide at the water park. He can't take his prosthetic leg with him because it's a safety hazard, and so he will climb on his hands and knees on these like spiky metal steps.
And they're tall.
To go up the water slide. And that's kind of like, even early on, I was like, all right, there's a problem. This is a problem. Like, I'm an engineer. I'm going to solve this problem. Like, no matter what happens, like, can't be the way. People have to get up to go down a slide, So that was like one of my things. I wanted like a water park leg. And then I just kept talking to people. We realized the shower is so important. It's a necessity. And everyone seemed to have this problem with the shower. So the like shower leg, and this is only for below knee amputees, and we already have ideas and designs for above knee amputees. As soon as this one's like out the door, we want to do beach legs and pool legs and all these things. But like right now we have this, and so we're.
If you are not a hydrophilic amputee, now is your time to start getting used to water, because there's some cool stuff coming at you from Liquid Limbs.
Liquid Limbs, that's
show
for
us
sure.
it.
Yes.
I want to see it.
Absolutely. So the device
And this is my first time, really, like in person seeing
No,
it.
yeah, so this is the product. So it's very simple. It has a handle for like extra stability, kind of like a cane, to give you that extra support. It's super simple. In like
Oh,
1
wow.
second, you're in the device, or you don't even necessarily need to use the strap. But basically, just grab the handle, and now you can, walk around, do what you need to do.
It's like
I
a
don't know
knee stool with
how
a
much-
cane.
Yeah, so
Right?
it's
And
like
it's height adjustable. So for
Nice.
younger amputees, you don't have to keep buying a new one. You
Right.
adjust it as needed.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like just a very like in terms of this, just simple device.
And it
get
looks
around.
stable. Like the base isn't like as
Yeah.
scary.
Sturdy,
Yeah.
not wobbly,
a
like
lot of
very
ideations of the
easy
foot,
to
'cause-
use.
Good grip.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yep.
it's not really like a slippery
Yeah, if
thing.
you, if
Yeah,
you see
we
the
have-
bottom, there's it gives you traction down there. That was why we chose to go for the wider
That's cool.
foot, and then allowing the material on the bottom. So we go for that non-slip,
And we've
but
been
it's also
just
sturdy.
working on it and testing it. Like one of the things, the foot, when
Yeah.
we first designed it, actually like it filled up with water, which is something a lot of prosthetic feet do.
Yeah.
And we realized, well, no, you can't be dumping your leg out after you get out of the shower. So we put this unique geometry
Yeah.
that allows for water drainage.
Man, I see this as an amputee community. I know that's what you're solving problems for, but
Yeah.
you know, there's pretty. I mean, and that was your problem that you solved. But this is a translatable item for people.
100%.
Right.
Yeah, people that have ankle, lower extremity
Yep.
issues. You got to get to
Any-
work. You
Exactly.
stand. You can't be accommodated.
Yeah.
You don't have to not go in.
Yeah.
There's a way.
My
Any
mom had broke her
non-weight
ankle
bearing-
a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, can I have one now so
Yeah.
I can use this to get around?" And I was like, "That'd be."
And it worked
perfect."
out good for her, I
Yeah,
bet.
exactly.
Yeah, any non-weight bearing injury or like any kind of complication, diabetic foot ulcers, like
Yep.
anything you can't put pressure on your foot, you can use something like this to help you get around, right?
Yeah.
And so like this is like our first one, and we're gonna
Yeah.
we're still
You know,
working on
the
it.
way
but
that
we've
I
been doing
see
this
this-
for 2 years, and we feel it's ready for people.
Prosthetists, vascular surgeons, orthopedic surgeons that are amputating surgeons, wound care clinics, podiatrists, physical therapists. I mean, that's a big market, right?
Yeah.
And so you guys are pre-production,
Yeah.
Yes.
but like you're taking pre-order,
Yeah.
and the unit is a very affordable cost. However, you know, if there are companies and there are community members that are interested in helping get this to more amputees, you know, you can always donate on our website and send a comment with your donation that says, I want to give a navigator from Liquid Limbs to an amputee. You guys send us that $298 and
Yep.
we will put it to their door, you know, with their name on it and with your name on it. So, you know, there's a lot of philanthropy that community members can do to assist on even like a smaller level. But, you know, big businesses that are interested in you know, getting behind this, people that are interested in referring, like I said, I mean, this is such an incredible tool, and it seems so, it's not simple because you guys went through a lot of iterations and all of the process, but it seems simple. Like you look at us and you're like, this
Yeah.
seems like a
It,
thing that should be already out there.
Exactly.
To make something simple and really good, it takes a lot of
Yeah.
work.
I bet.
And it's getting better. Like this is not the final version.
Yeah.
The final version is going to be like injection molded.
It's going to
so
look like the water avatar.
Yeah.
It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, like you said, we have we sent it out to 4 different people around the country right now. They're doing some testing. We'd love to get you on a testing round if you'd
yes.
be open
Yeah.
to it.
Absolutely.
And we want to just take all that feedback that you guys might have, because like I said, we can assume what we want, but we won't know until we get it in the people who are going to use it. And we're going to take all that feedback, do some minor tweaking, and then finalize our design and just get it out to the world.
Yeah, we're getting there, and we want to get this to every person that needs it. So if you're an amputee and you want this, you can reach out to us. We want to get it to you, and we're going to figure out a way
Yeah.
to do that. That's what we're working on right now. That's like our main goal is we want everyone to have a decent shower and
Exactly.
stand in the shower if that's what they want, or
deserve it.
or get around their home and have that ability. That's what we are providing. That's what we want to do with this, and we want you know, as soon as this one's done, the other people that, like, this doesn't work for everyone. If
They
you're
are
about,
young in their career.
we're just
So
starting.
getting
we got a
started.
lot of ways to use them up in the amputee community.
Yeah.
But
All
no,
your
but
brain
I'm
parts.
so happy to be working with you and
Yeah.
Less Leg
Thank
More
you so much
Heart.
for
It's
bringing us out here.
amazing that we have this connection, and I believe it's going to turn into something really beautiful that we're
Yeah.
going to help a lot of people get access to this and get access to wellness and just overall happiness in their lives, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So happy to be here with you doing
You guys
it.
can see, like, obviously it's palpable in this room, but I know that the folks that are viewing can, like, see the excitement and see the passion. Like, there's a spark about passion that you can't deny. Like, there's people that can try to fake it, but you can't. Like, you guys
Right.
are really passionate, and the fact that, like, it's for a population that doesn't directly affect you. Like, if everybody in the community can take anything home from this, aside from the fact that you should look at our website and figure out how to help amputees and look at liquidlimbs.com, right?
Yes.
Yeah, liquidlimbs.com. If you want to pre-order right now, you can actually, it's like $1 you can put down and get.liquidlimbs.com, and you can be on our waiting list to be one of the first people to get this.
And amputees, just contact us, and we'll help you figure out the figuring out.
Yeah,
But
we are figuring it out, but you can reach out to us and like we want to hear from
We
you
want
and
all the
hear your
feedback.
thoughts.
Yeah.
So the one thing also I want everyone to take home is there something in your community with a special population that you can try to improve? Like what are your skills good for? And how can you give in some way to a community that may not have the answers to that thing? You know, that's what you guys have ultimately done. And I think if everybody, even if 10% of people could think of that, we would live in such a better place with such more apt and able people. So kudos to you guys. I really am so grateful that you came all the way here from
Thank you for having
Pennsylvania.
us.
I'm jazzed about this relationship. I'm jazzed for the next versions and the dissemination of this, and for I hope your wild success and then the future versions of the things that you create. And I am like a super fan, and will definitely be as supportive as I can in getting the amputees this product as I can. I can't wait to try it further in the shower and stand up in my shower for the first time in a long time. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Tina.
Thank you
This
for
is
having us.
amazing. Thank you so much.
Till next time, guys. Put your best foot forward.
Yes.